Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. 1 month ago, I posted a video first to YouTube. It was a YouTube short, and then I posted it to TikTok and then Instagram. I had no idea when I posted it, or even when I thought of the idea, how much trashing the video would get. I just wanted to share my favorite color. I love the color purple, which is why I'm wearing purple today. It is actually the exact outfit I wore in the video that went viral. Tell me you love purple without telling me you love purple. Like, I literally have a purple chosen card. And maybe a million and one more things that are also purple that would take too long to show you. Comment a purple heart emoji if you are also a purple person. I posted it to YouTube and it did pretty well for one of my YouTube shorts. It got like 4K views, which is good for me. Usually only like my backrow videos get that many views typically, so I was like, maybe I should test it out on TikTok. But I also had no idea. I had no idea what would happen. I was definitely not expecting to get as many views as it did. Quickly, very quickly, it got hundreds views. I kid you not, it hit like 100,000 and I was like, oh my goodness, like that's the most I have ever got on a TikTok video, or just a video in general. And then it like kept going. The views just kept going up and up and up, and I was like, wow. And then of course the more trashing it got, the more comments it got, the more people just, love to share their opinions. And then I got some hate comments, some mean comments, and that's when the reality started to set in for me. I feel like at first for a lot of people, when they want to grow on social media, they want to see the views. They want to see the views go up and up and up. And when I saw that, I was excited at first, and I was like, wow, people really love this. And a lot of people did love it and still love it. Like, I still am getting views to this day 1 month later, which is crazy. But I did, started to get hate and mean comments. And I think a lot of people, they don't realize that at first, like, that is probably gonna happen, especially when you are disabled. I feel like you're more vulnerable with that, and it's easy for people to pick on you. And I got a lot of comments being like I had no idea you were saying purple, like pawpaw, when you saying popcorn. Like, there was a lot of comments of people like not understanding what I was saying and thinking I was talking about my grandfather. And I was a little confused because I just have never thought of the word purple as a word that was hard for me to say. There are definitely plenty of words that are hard for me to say, but purple has never been one of the words I have ever thought of. And to this day, I honestly don't know if people are just being mean. Well, honestly, yeah, I do think a lot of people are just being mean, but I also have had plenty of comments being like, yeah, I completely understood you and I had no problem, understanding you, and I think, they're just trying to be mean and you say it perfectly fine. And that's why I'm just a little confused about that. Like, obviously, I have a speech impairment. I'm getting a little far ahead of myself, but I did get a comment being like, why do you talk like that? And I responded to that comment, and actually I will talk about like me replying to comments in a little bit, but I was responding to this comment. This was on Instagram, and I was like, it's just my voice. It's just like if you go to another country like for example New Zealand, they have an accent. They talk in a way that, you know, people in America don't talk like. It's just like that. You know what I mean? It's not like a big deal. It's almost like some people just have never been around diverse people. That's just what I think. But let's go back to TikTok. Before I posted this video, I had around 700 followers, and now I have 2,400, I think, the last time I checked, which is crazy. I have gained almost like 2,000 more followers, and I am so grateful for like all the nice, kind comments, because I got so many of those. But yeah, like I was saying, I was getting a lot of comments, people making fun of my voice, how I talk, saying like I need to go back to speech therapy. Oh, I got a comment saying, is there a proper speech therapy? And I responded to that comment because you can do that on TikTok. I was like, you know what? I just feel like it in this moment, and I called this person out, and then deleted her comment, which I think is just, it just speaks for itself. It truly does. But reality is these people are most likely, 99%, I can guarantee you, would never say it to me in real life. But since they are behind their keyboards, they just feel like they have all the power in the world to say whatever they want. And it's just really sad. Like I said in my other vlog where I, you know, talk about it, it tells you everything you need to know about a person who would make, you know, comments like that. I had to block one person on TikTok. I actually didn't delete many comments at all on TikTok, I don't think, and I did delete a comment on Instagram, but for the most part, I have kept all the comments because I am an analytic person, and I know the more comments, the better. But another common theme of comments I was getting was about my eye, and how my, you know, eye, if you don't know, my right eye goes out. And yeah, there was a lot of comments making fun of that and being like, where are you looking at? Are you looking at me? There was just so many just rude comments. It's honestly sad. It's sad to just realize these are real human beings making these comments. As of now, as I'm filming, the video has 1.6 million views, which is crazy, on TikTok. 1.6 million views on TikTok. That is insane. That is crazy. For a while, it was like stalling around like 925k on TikTok, but then it picked up again and got over 1 million. It truly depends on how I'm feeling, because I will reply to some mean comments. The other day, I decided to reply to like a few comments, and just like I was just in a very sarcastic mood. So there was a comment being like,
but your phone case is red.
And I responded being like, the sky is blue. Just stating facts, because I don't know, some comments just make me laugh, especially on Instagram. We'll get to Instagram in a little bit, but they just like make me laugh, because sometimes I'm just like, was it really that necessary to like say that? Do you really want people to know that? But going back to like how I was when I first started to get those mean comments, I'm not gonna lie, like they did get to me a little bit. But what really helped me, as I have said before, is thinking of it in a different way, because I know it can be so easy to think of it as, oh my goodness, like it's me, I am the problem. But in reality, I'm not the problem. It's the people making those comments. There could be, you know, many different reasons why they decided to write a comment. They're having a bad day. They're not happy in their life. And one of my yakas, I saw her recently after the video went viral. I was talking about it with her, and she gave me such good advice. And that was, if someone is living a happy life, a life that they are loving, they're not gonna take the time out of their day to make a mean comment. And that advice really helped me because it's so true. If you ever experience a video going viral, or you experience hate or just like mean people in real life, just remember that it truly has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. They're most likely not happy in their life. But one thing I want to talk about with TikTok that I really do love and I appreciate so much is they will filter comments out. So if they recognize a mean comment, they won't show it to you. And I love that so much because it truly helps you know, me and just like anyone else who gets hate. I know some people may say that they are less strict with what they think of as a mean comment and whatever, but I'd rather them do that than not. I also, like, I didn't put captions on that video, but since then I have been putting captions on all my videos on TikTok and Instagram. People still make, you know, mean rude comments, but at least I can say, yeah, there was captions, so you should, you know, read them. But yeah, I only did one response video, and I guess like I was just feeling it at the time. I needed to get out, and then I did take a break from TikTok because I was like, I need a break. I can't look at these comments. But during that break, I thought to myself, and I was like, you know what? I bet you anything this video will do well on Instagram. But I was also so nervous, so I did text my best friend Emma. I actually was, you know, texting her while this video was going viral, and she was so helpful and nice and amazing, and, you know, helped me get through it in real time, which I really appreciate. And she was like, why not? Like, try it. You never know, you know? And I thought about it for maybe a couple of days, and I was like, why not? I have been wanting to do more like reels. I guess that's what they call on Instagram reels. I've been wanting to like kind of like experiment with those, and I thought maybe this is the perfect time to do that with this video. And as I expected, it did go viral on Instagram. I was getting a lot of views right away. I quickly got some mean comments, which I did respond to. One of the other, you know, comments I got, not that much, but also thank you TikTok, they did help me out with this, but some people calling me the R word, which, first of all, in my opinion, I don't think you should be calling anyone the R word, no matter if it's true or not. I think there are definitely better terms to use, for example, intellectual disability. But when I get those comments, yeah, I do get mad, and it's just, it can be really frustrating. I responded, and I clearly have a BS in mathematics, and it is frustrating when I constantly have to remind people that. I know when I say that, you know, most people are amazed and are like, oh my goodness, you are so smart. Because getting a BS in mathematics, yes, is very difficult. Especially doing that and also graduating cum laude. Yes, it's very difficult. But of course I got people being like,
yeah, right, like I bet, you know, they didn't have the same expectations for you.
Like it was easier for you. And I'm just like, do you even know what college is? First of all, no. I can't fathom some people. And I know I should not respond, and I like didn't respond after that, but it just like amazed me to think like, yeah, they just gave me a math degree for effort. Like, no. Like, when you go to college, you, like, they actually treat you, like, they treat you just like anyone else. And they're not gonna give you something just for effort and go easy on you. Anyway, that is my tangent on that. But I did get the same type of comments making fun of the way I talk, my speech impairment, my eye, making fun of everything like that. Also gets weird comments. There are comments being like, why am I here? Why did this get shown to me? Those comments are the ones that make me laugh. They make me laugh so much. It makes me think that they have no idea how an algorithm works. Because if you don't want to be shown something, don't comment. I know they're the type of people who want to comment because they find it hilarious. But I find them hilarious because they should not be commenting, and actually a place where you can say you're not interested in this content. But yeah, I guess maybe they don't know that. As of now, I have 1.1 million views on that video on Instagram, which is so crazy to me. And I just want to say that I also got so many kind, nice, amazing comments from people on that video, and I'm just so grateful for anyone who commented, who left a nice comment. It means so much to me. It's crazy looking back to before I posted that video on Instagram. I had like 190 followers, something like that, and now I have like 1,400, over 1,000. Like, that is insane to me. I have gained over 1,000 followers on Instagram. I know for so many people who are trying to grow, they want to go viral. I feel like so many are chasing for that one video that will go viral, that will give them so many more followers. But I think a lot of people, they don't realize the reality of what it truly means to go viral. And it's really hard to describe because I feel like unless it happens to you, you won't truly know how it feels. I get so many comments now that I've been posting way more on Instagram and TikTok. I've been posting like every day. If you want to follow me on there, if you haven't. But I get so many comments being like, oh my goodness, like, you're so happy. I wish I was as happy as you. I wish I could find something that makes me as happy as Purple makes you. Comments like that makes me smile, but also makes me realize that I do a good job at hiding how I'm truly feeling. So yeah, I will be honest and say, yeah, there was times when I saw a mean comment where it did get me down and I was sad for a little bit, and I was like almost wishing that this video didn't go viral. But at the same time, I wouldn't change anything because I have gained such amazing audiences on TikTok and Instagram now. I'm just so grateful for that, which is why like I don't regret it at all, especially because I was just making like a fun video. It's not meant to be taken so seriously. Definitely like opened my eyes to how ignorant people still are, specifically to speech impairments. One other thing I want to talk about is I'm not surprised that I did go viral. However, I am surprised that it was that video that went viral. The Purple outfit video. I had no idea that that would gain so much traction. I had no idea. It's literally so crazy to me. It will always, I guess, like blow my mind. But the reason I am saying I'm not surprised that I went viral is because, as you may know, I am a very analytical type of person. I love learning how the algorithm works, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. They definitely have some common themes among their algorithm, but they're definitely different at the same time. And I just knew someone who is so like fascinated about that type of stuff that I would find a way to go viral, even if I don't mean to, if that makes any sense. Which is why I'm not surprised it happened to me. For those who want to go viral, I just think it's so important to remember it's not what it looks like. I promise you that. Whether you are disabled or not, it's not what it looks like. Like, I promise it's not rainbows and butterflies. You are most likely gonna get hate. I know a lot of people may say, oh, like, I got lucky, like, lucky you got a video that went viral. I wish I could have that happen to me. And while I do think there is definitely some luck that goes into having a video go viral, I will not say it's all strategy. I will say it's also, like, not, like, necessarily, like, lucky. Like, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm thinking of the song The Lucky One by Taylor Swift. For those who don't know what The Lucky One is about, it is essentially about what it's like to be famous and the reality of, like, the negatives that comes with it. It's not all positive, and like, Taylor Swift is basically saying, like, you are actually the lucky one because you don't have to deal with all, like, the fame and the negativity that comes with being famous. And now, while I can obviously not relate to, like, being famous, I did find, like, a connection with this song because I feel like for so many people who want to go viral, they look at other people who went viral and think to themselves as, oh, you're so lucky that you got a video to go viral. But the reality is, there is a lot of negatives that come with going viral. The fact that I got so many comments, hundreds of comments, like maybe even more, of making fun of some of my biggest insecurities, like, that doesn't make me feel good. And I just want to bring a light to that side of going viral because I feel like it's not talked about enough and people only see the good parts of, like, what going viral can bring you. I just want to get across to you, if you are trying to go viral, to just know that it's not always what it looks like, and I almost would not try to go viral. I don't know. I just, that's my opinion. It's not all good. It's not all good things. So keep that in mind. I think the most crazy thing about, you know, my video going viral is thinking about, like, where I was before I posted this video in a few different ways. One being all the platforms, so TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. My most follow platform was YouTube, and my least follow was Instagram, and now it is literally YouTube, which is crazy. I have more followers on TikTok and Instagram. That is insane. And it's also insane to think about how many views this video got on both TikTok and Instagram, like, nearly. So it has like 1.6 million on TikTok, as I said, and then 1.1 million views on Instagram. So altogether, it has like nearly 3 million views. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Wow. But I also have learned so much about myself before this as well. I have learned, like, how strong of a person I truly am, because I could have easily let those comments get to me so much, and I didn't. I truly went to, you know, talking to my best friend and listening to music. That helped me so much to just connect with songs, and also like making more videos and, you know, thinking of all the nice, amazing people who left comments who are now following me on Instagram and TikTok. Like, thinking of all those things rather than the mean comments, the mean people. I think that really helped me. Now I think that's everything I have to say. I know this was a rambly, chatty video, but I love these sometimes. I really just wanted to stay where I'm at a month later after the video went viral. I'm definitely going to continue to post more on Instagram and TikTok. So if you haven't followed me on those platforms, definitely think about doing so if you want to see more of my face. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.